Hey pushers, let's do a little thematic review on economics throughout American history as you prepare for the AP exam. I'm going to try to hit some of the main concepts that you should know related to economics, but certainly I'm going to miss some. So go ahead and drop them in the comments with concepts and terms related to economics that you think everybody should review before the AP exam. So let's start in period 1 and 2. We've got transatlantic trade, transatlantic exchanges, things like the Columbian Exchange, and we've also got the idea of mercantilism. So the idea that colonies should benefit the mother country. Then moving forward, as we get into period 3, we've got the idea of the national bank, the constitutionality of that, and how that impacts political parties. Then moving on to period 4, more of this period of the market revolution and the changing economies between the North and the South, that growing disparity between the types of economic systems that exist, which is a good example for this that a lot of students always remember is going to be the cotton gin. Moving on to period 5, I think the Pacific Railway Act of 1862 is a good one to remember. This one is going to enact or begin the process of creating transcontinental railroads, which is going to have a huge impact on the development of the West and the connections between the entire, continent. Then we've got this period of industrialization happening in period 6 and into period 7, and big businesses are rising, industrial capitalism, the formation of monopolies and trusts. And so we see the Sherman Antitrust Act of 1890 trying to combat some of these changes. We also have, moving into the 1900s, Fordism, which is kind of this assembly line, efficient process of manufacturing goods. Then we've got the Roaring 20s, just so you should be familiar with why the economy grew so rapidly in the 1920s, followed by the Great Depression and the New Deal in the 1930s. So being familiar with the causes of the Great Depression and how FDR attempted to resolve those problems in the 1930s with the New Deal is going to be really important to know. Okay, then we've got World War II. Coming back from World War II, the GI Bill of Rights, which is going to really help to prevent another Great Depression as so many soldiers return home from war. The GI Bill of Rights is going to help them help the economy to not crash. The Interstate Highway Act is going to be another important infrastructure development that is going to really spur economic development as well. In the 1960s, under LBJ, we've got the Great Society, so you should be able to compare Lyndon B. Johnson's Great Society with FDR's New Deal. In the 1970s, the energy crisis, so understanding how issues around the world really are impacting the United States. This is a good one for understanding that, the oil crisis that happens. In the 1980s, knowing Reaganomics and the idea of trickle-down economics, how that is going to, the different ideas and how that's associated with conservatism. The whole idea of globalization, what is fueling globalization in the 90s and beyond, the interconnection of the economies. And then finally, just some basic understandings about the information age and the digital revolution. So how technology has really shifted a lot in economics. So let me know what I missed. Drop a comment for other major ideas related to the economy that students should know. And I hope this helped with reviewing some of the main things related to economics in American history.